We're going to go over how to update tracking numbers in our system next week. So first off, number one step is we have to go look for Becky's email, and do not worry about the email contains any characters or languages that you don't understand. It mainly is the tracking number will contain Chinese characters, but you don't need to worry about the uh, the meaning for those words. So mainly look for the emails on daily from Becky, and this will be the tracking number email subject similar to this. And also, I have another example of the tracking number, which is will contain the date, and it's forwarding from Becky. So this is a tracking number information for the day. We'll go back to the number one step. So you have to open Becky's email, and the email body will list all the tracking number listed on that specific day. So once you open the email, number two step, you got to open NetSuite, and you go to the PO page that listed in the email. So let's look at an example here, which is the email is sent by March 11. And you go through the main body, which is right here. It will contain the PO number and also a tracking number. So you will follow the same sequence: PO numbers and tracking number, PO number and tracking number. So again, do not worry about the characters in Chinese that you don't understand, because it will just mainly tells you PO number, FedEx, tracking number. So this will be the information you will need. So we're going to open a PO 12646. You can copy this, or you can just write it down somewhere, or whatever method you will be used for you to be faster. Refer back and forth between this email and the NetSuite page. So we'll go to NetSuite page. You log into NetSuite. Don't worry about your interface, might be look different than mine, but it will be the same functionality, which is you enter the the PO numbers, and you go to the purchase order page. Do not go to the bill page. You go to the purchase order page. So you can go to, we'll click on that. And once you're in this page, there are several things you need to update, which is also listed in this document. What kind of information you need to update? It's a checklist. So first of all, you go back to the email. This is the PO number, and the tracking number is following. This is the tracking number. So make sure you do not misread, which is it will always be PO number, then tracking number, PO number, then tracking number. So do not link this tracking number with this PO. That will be the main concern. So make sure it's always PO number followed by the tracking number, not the other way around. Okay, so we'll go back to the, okay, so we just copy this tracking number in here, and you go back to the purchase order page. So you click on edit. First, you need to update the ship date actual. So the ship date actual, you will need to match with the email subject date, which is, it will be all the same for these all tracking number as on March 11. This is the day we ship out the orders. So we'll go back to purchase order page, and you type in March 11, and you can type tab, or you can use this function to choose the date and click any of the blank area. So number one, update the ship date actual. And again, for the whole batch of that email, it will be the same ship day. And number two, we need to update the order status. So this means the order has been shipped. So we need to pick customer shipped. This is the order status you need to pick all the time. And then the next thing we need to do is we'll go to the shipping route. Under here, the shipping route, go to international shipping. So under international shipping, there is an international tracking number. You click here and you paste, which is what we have copied earlier on the in the email body, which is PO 12646. The tracking number ended at 3212. So we'll go back and double check. 12646. The tracking number ended by 3212 under the international shipping. Okay, so after you enter that, the next thing we're going to do is shipping agent. So this is a drop-down menu, or you can just type in E. It will have a E dash. Oh, we can just go to drop down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can type in E dash and it will just pop up. Or you can use the drop down menu, click on list and look for E Express. So this will be always E Express. And after this is done, again, double check like what we just did. Double check the PO number and double check the tracking number, and we click on save. Make sure you double check that before we click on save. Okay. Okay, the next step is, you see this is a mark, we have to click on mark shipped. And then click on save. You don't need to change any information here, you just need to click on save. There we go. You will see an email, automatic email sent to the customer when you click on the mark shipped. Okay, so let me give you a little background on this task so that you will understand what is the step and what is the use of this. So first of all, this task has to be finished in the early morning shift before preferably before sales team start working, or if your shift is in the early morning, this will be the number one thing you got to do throughout for the day. So this tracking number will be every day you will receive an email from Becky for the shipment that will ship out on that day. So second of all, we update the information in the PO number, which is in the in our system, is mainly to have a record for us, and also our system will automatically send out an email to the customer directly. So that's why we have to triple check the PO number and the tracking number to make sure they are correct before we click on save. Why is that? Because once we click on save and once we mark shipped, the email will send out an automatic email like you saw earlier. It will send out to the customer, which is the email body will look like this. That tells you the PO number, the SO numbers, and also the tracking number we entered earlier, and order status. So this way, if you enter a wrong PO, a wrong tracking number, then the customer will receive the wrong tracking number for the orders. This will not be able to correct because the email has already sent out. We cannot retrack the email. That's number one. Number two, even you go back in, for example, if right now you find out, oh, I entered the wrong PO, wrong tracking number, or I entered the wrong PO numbers, then you go back in here. If you click on edit and then you change the number and click on save, it do not do anything for the automatic email. So what that means is, once the email has sent, the system will not send the email to the customer again, even if you go back and change the tracking number. So make sure you double check the PO number linked with the tracking number. And for the ship date, I wouldn't be worried too much because first of all, this will match the email subject, whatever date that you enter, and first, that's number one. Number two, the dates will all be the same for the same day you enter in the tracking number. So it shouldn't be, a big mistake. Shouldn't be happen like making a mistake on the date. And the rest of the the order status and also the shipping agent's name. Those are all fixed, so you don't need to change those to different selections. They will be all the same selection at the same time. So that's it. That's how you update tracking number in our system.